think there's not enough couples in Arizona? Is that what you say?
How would I even know?
Well, no, I don't know because you said like Arizona as a whole is like.
You know what I do have to say? A lot
So,
of
like,
couples I know here, like they don't meet from Arizona. Like they've moved here from somewhere else. It's really, I feel like I don't know many people that have met in Arizona that have like, in my case.
So like for me, it's like, okay, let me just say this right. In Arizona, I'm doing this from a perspective of a single woman, of a single black woman too. Let's just say this because it's different for everyone. Everyone is different. So for me, I mean, there's definitely chances to be able to date. So there's a lot of guys who come at me and want to date me, and I will be in a real serious relationship. But the people who come at me are not the types that I would go for. They're not my types, you know. So those are the ones who want to date me and want to be in a long relationship. So, but if I'm not attracted to you, I cannot continue the relationship. For me, it cannot, because like I need that sort of attraction for me to be able to stay in a relationship.
I mean, that's like, I know we talked about the superficial parts of like dating apps and social media and all of that, but attraction is like a foundational element of a successful relationship. So if that's not there, then you kind of know already that it's just not going to happen.
It's not going to work out.
Yeah.
So
And then it seems like you're settling.
Most times I already know that it's not going to work out, and I met a lot of like beautiful guys who I know like we would look so good together, but I know it's not going to work out because I already know the kind of mentality they have. They know. Not only that, let's just say this: Arizona is like a vacation state, right? So a lot of people come live here with that vacation mindset, right? There's like, it's always beautiful weather, except for right now, and it's like we have Old Town, we have places that are always open, like clubs are always open every day. Like you go to you go to East Coast, the clubs are not open every day like they are here. So it's kind of different.
New York?
Well, New York, yeah. I'm talking about like Maryland and
yeah,
maybe DC some nights, yes, but it's not popping like the way it is over here. It's not crazy like that. Maybe sometimes, I don't know. But
I mean,
I'm from Pennsylvania, and that's very true.
Yeah.
It's very different scene, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very
so like for me, I look at it like that. It's like, so people already know they have options. Like I feel like Arizona people don't even have to go on social media because social media, like Arizona is social media.
Well, I think no.
When I look at Arizona, it's literally typical of social media because it's like they have people who look like literally seriously like Barbies. Like they have the plastic surgery, all those things. People who overdo their looks. Like we have people who constantly doing surgery. So I'm like, there's so many options for guys to choose that they don't feel like they need to settle down with one person. Or maybe it's just the types of guys that I go for. To be honest, I do know that it's the types of guys that I go for because I do go for the
the
pretty boys.
I think social media as a whole, a lot of people just take a lot of influences from like influencers and like, just like people like YouTubers, whatever you name it. Like, and they just like, they don't have a brain to think for themselves. So they think it's okay to just hoe around and just club and all this stuff. I mean, it's the influence is what you put in your brain. I mean,
I also, sorry to add on to that, but I just think
no.
the culture here too is just like that.
It's
like
a
when
culture, like
it is,
Arizona?
and when you see a guy with a different girl, then you start to be like, okay, maybe I can do that, and then like, because it's something that I see here pretty commonly happen too, like.
But I think that's a lot of places though, no?
True.
I think social media as a whole is getting the whole United States into this hoe mindset. I mean, I'm not gonna say for everyone because there's a lot of healthy relationships out there, but I'm saying like a lot of people just don't want to be in a relationship just because of the influence that social media has on them.
Yeah, that's true, and it's probably because like I do believe that like it's the jobs that I choose as well, the careers. Like I feel like it does matter the careers you choose because I feel like I'm doing the DJ, the podcast. It's like a lot of like entertainment. So those entertainment kind of jobs don't like really like bring the best
type of man
towards you because like if I'm constantly around this environment, I'm not gonna meet a person. Like if I'm at the club DJing, I'm not gonna meet the best man. No, model, I'm not gonna meet the best.
It's true. It is true.
You're not gonna be the best.
Also depends on the situations that you find yourself in.
No, I feel like to be honest, like all the models I've met, they put the hot in psychotic, especially the hot ones.
That's a new phrase for me. I haven't heard that.
Definitely not me.
No, but there's hot and psychotic. Like if you look it up, like, cause they are though. I've never met somebody who's beautiful who's not psychotic. I mean, look at Cameron.
Yeah. Hey, show the
It's
camera.
like
Show
valid
the camera.
point. It's like a valid point.
Hey.
Please come in there and just.
Hey, ask a question for Cameron.
Oh, Cameron's
Oh my
also
God,
in a
yeah.
relationship.
What relationship? How long have you been in a relationship for?
How many days?
How many?
Wow, he
Days.
forgot.
Huh? I don't know. Oh, December 15th. No, 12th. That's when it was.
Oh, this year?
Oh,
Of last
12,
year?
12 for real.
That's new. It's brand new.
You're still wrong.
Huh? Was I wrong? Was it 15th?
The 5th.
Oh, 5th. That was close.
Very close.
There was a 5 in
All
there
right, next
somewhere.
question. Next question.
Yes.
Yeah, don't put him in the spot.
Why are you trying to delay them?
Don't put him on the spot. Next question.
Just doesn't want to give you your one month anniversary gift.
My stomach's growling over here. Oh my god. Can you hear that?
I know.
Oh, this
What do you
relationship
mean?
talk?
The
It's
mic's
ages.
picking it up. Just kidding.
That's all you hear in the night. Next question.
What's the craziest thing that you've ever done?
What are we playing? Stir the bottle? What are we doing?
No, what's the craziest thing you've ever done in a relationship? What's the most psychotic thing that you've ever done in a
So
relationship that you should have never done?
I'm psychotic, dude? I don't think I've been psychotic, honestly.
Lies.
I mean, I think just like
I should just ask him.
the
these questions.
craziest I've ever done is like probably stalked a little stalk. Not like person, like in Instagram, social media.
How did you stop?
I mean,
Like,
what
were
do
you
you
not
mean?
fo- were
Have
you
you not
not-
ever
I
stalked
know,
a
but were
person
you
on
not
social media?
following them and you
No.
watch your story?
I mean, no, I followed. I don't know.
You're not stalking them.
The
you're following
craziest thing,
them.
I haven't done something crazy.
Oh, you're so
See, he's
sweet.
one of the normal ones.
Yeah, he is. You just
I haven't
Andy's
done
not a
anything.
woman.
Actually, yeah.
say he's not a woman.
I was like,
I mean,
he's
like
normal.
stalk someone on social media.
But
Yeah.
what's the craziest thing that Gloria has ever done to you?
Craziest thing?
Yeah, that's like when really into you. Like, what length did this one?
I don't know. What was the question?
What's the craziest thing that like Gloria has ever done?
I don't
towards you?
know. I
To
don't,
try to be with you or to try to get with you. Is that
Or like where she felt like she was like you felt like she was jealous because some girl was like paying attention to you, and then she did something that's like out of her character. You know who she is, and that's not really who she is, but she did it anyways because.
not to think about that. Next.
He didn't have that story.
it doesn't
handy.
have-
He's not about to
Do you have
date.
anything crazy?
I mean, I don't know, crazy. I
Yeah.
had a guy that this is just weird. I don't think it's crazy, but I had a guy that I met through my church in college, and he was my like, I don't know, like church group leader, and he developed feelings for me, and I found this out, and when I kind of ended things, it took a year and a half for him to stop like messaging me every like couple months. So I stopped like everything on texting, and then he started liking my activity on my Bible app, like when I would just like read.
Abort mission, run away.
So I wouldn't say it's like psychotic, I don't know, maybe, but it's just
trying to get your
weird.
attention.
It's just
you
weird,
know?
yeah.
And like he was gonna go to any length to try to do it.
Yes.
Which I know guys have done that before. Like,
But sometimes don't we want guys to be like that crazy over us? Sometimes
I
feel
mean,
like
to an extent.
us girls would be like, so guys would be nonchalant with us and like, oh gosh, we don't want that. We want guys who to be obsessed with us. And when they are, we like, oh gosh,
Get
we don't
away!
want-
I know.
No.
Just like they have to find that right balance. Like you don't
I know.
overdo it.
Don't
be
overdo it, like,
coming
don't
across
like
as
my
being-
Bible app activity.
Don't like Bible activity. Like
Bible activity.
that does not sound right.
Not the Bible activity.
But I mean, like, just don't be creepy about going to different lengths to get a girl's attention, because that comes across really creepy. There's many guys who have done that to me, and they'd be trying to message me on TikTok and then Instagram and Snapchat, and if I'm not responding to one, don't go to another. Like, one guy would like try to reconnect with me on Telegram. Who the fuck uses that anymore?
Why do you even have
It's-
me?
I don't even know. I honestly should delete it. And he's like, hey, Navi, I haven't heard from you in a while. I know things were bad
She's
between us when
selling
we
drugs.
left off, but you're a cool girl, so let's meet up again. And you're messaging me on Telegram? Go away.
I don't even think I know what Telegram is.
It's like
I know me neither. I'm like, what?
Never mind. Don't
All I
cut that
heard was
out.
him like, why are you saying that she's selling drugs?
No, I mean that's what it's kind of known for.
Oh.
And people that sell drugs.
I thought that was.
Oh shit! Really? Okay, let's cut that out. I can't.
Telegram.
Let me
On the dark
delete.
web?
No,
we
it's
don't
on the
have
app
any
store.
friend-
But
no,
like
it's just like a chat
it's like
and
known
app to
because
talk
like
to people.
it's like
But like it doesn't save the messages and all that.
like, you can't like the police can't
Dude,
like.
more than
No wonder.
3/4
Oh,
of
if
my
you can't see
contacts.
messages, no.
3/4 of my
I had some
contacts
homies
list
on
has
there.
Telegram, so a lot of my
I'm
my
just like,
friends and people
I'm
I know are
just,
selling
hey,
drugs.
let me tell him. I've been selling drugs since I was 3.
The whole.
This is how I make my money.
Bring 'em in.
He's from the
Okay,
Mexican
cut
cartel.
that out. Cut the Telegram out.
Alright, the whole section right there is terrible. That was out
The
of
Silk
it.
Road.
Oh no, the craziest thing I would say,
Oh, we thought of something. Yeah.
did I think of something? Hold up.
Oh god.
I ruined it.
That a girl has done
No,
to
no,
get
no.
your
Oh, no, I
attention.
mean, it's not that crazy. I mean, some of like the girls that used to be best friends in high school. I mean, when she finally like got to know them, she found out like I didn't know they liked me, but she saw it right away, and apparently they did like me, and it just then she obviously got jealous about it. Obviously for right reasons.
Did she stop talking?
And the best friend.
Did she stop talking to those girls? Her.
Well, no, those were my best friends, like the girls' best friends. But like I stopped talking to them
Oh.
because
okay.
I mean it was respect for my girlfriend.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's a
Yeah.
good topic because
Yeah.
like, do you guys if your guy or your girl is not okay with your male friend or your female friend, are you willing to let them go?
Wait, well, it's because also yeah, just in like every time like we like hung out, like they wouldn't say hi to her. Like
Oh, they would
just
not?
They'd be rude. So
But
I'm like,
they-
okay, like
But they your best friends?
they were my best friends, not no more. But like,
Low-key,
I mean-
they were low-key like
Respect.
trying the best friends so they can have access to you.
I mean that's what it seemed like. But like I didn't notice it until my girlfiend came around.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and obviously I had to cut that off. I mean,
That's
For
good.
No, that's respect.
See, that's
Yeah.
respect.
Yeah.
That's what men should do. Because I know, no,
Alright.
but there's men that won't do that. There's men that will
For
not
real.
cut off those girls
Yeah.
who do things like that.
You know,
well, it
girls
took.
will
Don't get me
go-
wrong. It took like a couple like months to like actually like.
To convince you?
No, what convinced me? No, like I'd like to like officially like drop them as friends because I mean I've been knowing them for like a long time
Yeah.
and it's like it was like hard like because
Oh,
I hung out with them a
yeah,
lot and
that's
stuff like
true.
that. They were just friends and then I don't know. I mean it just took a while for me to like finally realize that it's not okay to be hanging out with them anymore. Yeah. So it's not like I did it right away because I mean it wasn't like that, but why you laughing? Anyways.
Have you been in this situation where you've had to cut off? Like,
Yes,
friends?
definitely.
Yeah.
Especially because my whole life, especially growing up, I had many more guy friends. Maybe not more, but I had like equal number of good guy friends as I did girlfriends. And so when those friendships kind of continued, some of them definitely infringed on like the relationship I was in. And then obviously now being a married woman, that boundary is very clear. And so in my mind, the male relationships or friendships that I still have, like in my mind, because I'm married, I'm like, it's super clear that they're just friends. But there's definitely been some times where it's like, okay, Devin's uncomfortable with this. We have a conversation about it. And so there's been people I've definitely had to like
Let go.
unfortunately just not talk to anymore
Yeah.
because it's, you know, not a sacrifice that I'm willing to like make
On your behalf.
in my marriage. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's just silly to have like something that you know is going to not benefit your marriage. You know what I mean? So yeah, and it obviously is a hard thing. Like you're saying, it's not really something that's going to happen right away. It's not like someone did something terrible to you. It's
Yeah.
just somebody that's maybe infringing upon like the fidelity of your relationship,
Relationship,
your
yeah.
marriage. And so it's not an easy thing to do, and you almost have to like grieve that relationship.
You
a
really
little
do,
bit.
yeah.
I mean, you were with them for so long. You were hanging out with them, and you guys were just friends. And then all of a sudden, you're in a relationship, and then it turns into a little something more. Like they think they want you or something. And it's just like, I mean, it's not okay for your partner, and you have to let it go. I mean, it is hard though.
That's the unfortunate thing, right? Because there are going to be some friendships that change when you get into like a serious committed relationship. Right?
Oh
Yeah.
Like, it's going to happen regardless.
Yeah, I mean, I think anyone can do the best they can to kind of manage friendships with the opposite sex in their marriage. I think no matter how well you might be able to juggle that, like the end of the day answer is like the marriage or if the relationship is important enough to you, like always needs to reign superior.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, there's an asterisk there, because I feel like the spouse or the significant other, you can also have those people that are just jealous of anyone of the opposite sex. And so there needs to be, like, I think some sort of awareness of, like, if someone is encouraging you to end your relationships and your friendships with, like, everyone around you, then that's a concern. Like, that's not something where you just need to, like, listen and move forward. So there is obviously a balance there, but in a healthy relationship, I definitely think, like, those decisions, again, the conversations, like, need to be had for sure.
Yeah. I agree with that, because I feel like if Hessed's friends had been welcoming Gloria into into his life more, like, and just be like, hey, I'm obviously Hessed's best friend. Why would I want to welcome somebody who makes him happy?
Yeah,
Then I feel
all can start.
And then all the
but they
girls,
didn't do that.
it would have been amazing, because then Gloria would have had your friends as her best friends as well too, because it's girls. It would have been amazing. Yeah.
Isn't it kind of interesting how when you do get a relationship, this stuff comes to light, and you do realize who really has your back and who doesn't.
Oh, especially when you get married.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Once you get married, that's when you really see who your true friends are.
Right.
And
my
God, you
I don't know about that.
right, no, trust me, you will notice right away.
He's like, what?
Because
I'm ready for that.
there's people who
How come?
There's gonna be people who are gonna wanna keep pulling you into
temptation?
into the person you were as a single person.
The single lifestyle.
Because they don't know how to get rid of. They don't know how to welcome the new, like, married Hesed. They can only accept the old you. And they don't know how to deal with that. So they're always gonna try to pull you into, like, come out with us. There's even they might not even tell you that there's girls there. They will just tell you to come out, and then there's a bunch of girls there, and then now you look bad in front of Gloria. So, like, those are not the kind of friends you want to keep. And I'm not sure you would realize it, but you're at a young age. You would live your life, please. You need to live your life, and then learn lessons as they go, as they flow into your life. Like, don't remember I told you, don't listen to anybody else's advice.
Yeah.
Even though we're doing a podcast, listen to our advice. But other than that,
Listen to the podcast, but not our
but
advice.
then forget everybody else.
What do you want to end it off with?
I just have
I'm
one
just
more
ending it.
question.
I love Hessed. He's just like, he's like, next question.
Like, my stomach
next
is
question.
growling.
Next question. Okay, let's end this now.
No, I'm joking. No.
One more question. A few more questions, and then
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not in a hurry.
Where's Gloria? She's like, Hessed.
Wait, you didn't even mention what did you do?
What are you talking about?
What have
Oh
you
yeah,
done
we
this-
skipped over your psychotic.
What's the most psychotic thing you've done?
This isn't really about me.
Yes, it is.
I've never been married. We're not going to talk about
You don't
that.
have to be married to do
What
psychotic.
has someone done to you? That's you don't have to talk about you.
Please don't judge
Even
me.
though I would love to, I would love to hear
don't
what you guys
judge
do.
me. I was
Judge you
in
or the
my
other person?
mid-20s, but there was this one guy, he and I hit it off so well, and I thought we were going to be really good, and then he ghosted me. And so my friend and I went to his apartment complex and egged his car. Yeah, that is one of the worst things I've ever done. But I was in my 20s, so I'm not gonna egg your car. I think. Just don't fuck with me. That's okay. but if the car is egged, then they're gonna know it's me. So I'll find another way.
I'm about it.
But to be honest, I was kind of remorseful for it for like 2 seconds. But egging someone's car is like really. Do not egg my car, please don't. So yeah, that literally, I would say that's probably the most psychotic thing I've done. Now when a guy goes to me, it's fine. But it's like we had a connection and we were talking for a month, and then like for them just to not even say nothing, like please don't ghost. Why do you fucking ghost? Can you like grow a pair of guys and just be like, you know what, this isn't working for me, and done. But like when you leave a girl hanging like that, because that's fucked up. And then your car's gonna get egged. I'm like, I don't know what to say.
I don't know, sometimes I feel like I don't need to give people explanation of why I'm stopping to talk to them, because I'm like, if I have to explain it to you, that means I'm like, it's gonna be.
It depends. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like if it's like a month, a week, but this guy and I were talking for a while to the point where suddenly no That's what I'm saying. No communication, no nothing. Like the rug's pulled out from under you. Then yeah, if it's someone you just fuck, then that's whatever.
Like a week. Yeah, you know.
But this is like months, you know, and the interest he showed me was like more
So
than
genuine,
you know,
and then all of a sudden
and then so like in a situation like that, because it makes you question everything about yourself, like.
to be honest, like lately, like especially here in Arizona, because I know in Arizona, like in the place I live in North Scottsdale, like sometimes I've met a lot of like, especially the gym that I used to go to, I met a lot of couples who are swingers. So it's just like, for me, I just don't like, I don't know, I just can't trust anybody because I feel like a lot of people will come up to me and just like, they're single, and I'm like, no, you're not. I'm like, I need to see. Sometimes I'll ask people like, let me see the last pictures you took, like just to see like who is in your album, because I feel like I don't trust anyone.
That's
like,
my issue.
People
too.
will
I'm
literally
a
tell
major
me like,
person.
oh, I'm not like I'm single, but then like their wife is like on a trip somewhere or something like that because.
Or their definition of single is really not single. It's like open relationship, or it's like I'm gonna cheat every now and then, or you just don't really know like who truly is single when they mean it. Like it is tough to trust people here, I would say, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. The wildest thing for me is just the craziest thing. It was like, I was at the jacuzzi a lifetime one time, and this married man comes up to me, and he was like,
How do you know he was married?
huh?
How do you know he was married?
Because he told me after that. He told me he was just like, hey, I just wanna let you know, like we saw you upstairs, me and my wife, and we think you're so beautiful, and I just wanted to come talk to you so that we wanted to invite you to dinner with us. I'm like, and I'm like, oh Lord.
If that's what they're into, that's what.
No, for me, I was just like, what made you think that I was into this nonsense? Because I'm like, no, I'm not.
Yeah, those type of relations are different though. I mean, they
So
know
for
what
me-
they're doing. I think both. I mean, if both parties are okay with it.
I don't know. I would have to
I feel like
disagree. I
one
feel like
party's more okay
why
than the
would
other.
you want to be married to someone? And
Oh
then be
yeah,
like,
I don't agree with
never
that personally,
mind."
but
I don't
But
even
if they're both-
understand it.
Unless
I mean, if
at
they're
this point
both
they're
okay-
trying to find something that works because they've tried everything else.
but
like,
if they're both okay with it,
So most of the
is
time-
it bad?
but
It's
I feel
not-
like one of
I
them
don't think
isn't
it's
as
ever been
okay.
successful.
I don't think one of them is
Yeah,
as okay with it as they
yeah,
seem
yeah.
to be. I feel like the man is more okay with it than the female usually, but that not
Oh,
always.
No,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
depends. But all I know is there's always one person who's really into it more than the other person.
And the one just trying to please
And
the
it
other
doesn't really matter what sex it is, because it's especially here in Scottsdale, it doesn't matter, because
Yeah.
I've seen the women be the ones like who are wanting to go for that. So but who went to who first? Are you the one that went to ask Gloria? Did you ask Gloria out first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the man should always do it.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Do you guys feel like the man should always be the one? Because we asked that question
100%.
earlier. Do you feel like the man should be the one to ask the girl, or should it be the girl?
I think a man should always make the move in that way. I also think like if a woman does, it's not to say she can't, but I also feel like it sets the tone for a relationship, and it might not be the most like successful dynamic if a woman pursues the man.
Ooh, because then that means the woman is more alpha, right?
Not even
Or she
that.
could just be
She's
way more
like-
into him than he is into
Yeah,
her.
that's what I was gonna say.
She could be more into him, or she can set the tone that she's gonna be the one that puts in the work, and so the
And
man
he's
can
just
just kind of like coast.
Like-
Coast. Oh wow. Never thought about it like
To
that.
be honest, I'm always used to guys asking me, but I did ask one guy out once, and I noticed that difference. So it's funny you said that
Because then it seems like you're the one chasing them, so it's like they don't feel like they need to do the work.
yeah,
Where usually, like when you first meet somebody, they're putting in the work to make sure that you like them. They're doing all the work. But if you're the one asking them out, it's like, are you gonna be the one paying for the first date, or is it gonna be the other way around? Because if you
Yeah.
ask them out, like who's paying for the date?
that's
Is it gonna be
true.
50-50?
that's very true.
That's like a whole
Or is
weird
it just gonna
dynamic
be
now too.
because
Yeah.
what if
I
the guy
mean-
was like, you're the one who asked me out? I was thinking that you were gonna pay for me.
Yeah.
Because guys nowadays want to be
They
treated
want
like.
the princess treatment. Like they want they want to be treated like a woman.
Should the guy always pay on the first date? For sure.
If he asked
feel
her
like
out,
he should.
100%,
Yeah,
yeah,
100%,
100%.
I think so too.
Yeah, I went on a date with a boyfriend at the time. This was like early in my dating life. And he insisted that we go to this one restaurant. And I just kept asking, are you sure? Are you sure? Because I was assuming he was paying, and I knew it was like a nicer restaurant.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there looking at the menu, and we literally didn't even have like a full-on conversation yet, and he goes, we're splitting this, right? And I was like immediately turned off for the rest of the date. I was so
my
upset.
God. Wow.
And like that might
That's terrible.
sound
That's so
petty,
bad.
No, that's
but
no,
like
it's not.
No,
I
no,
also
no.
think there's this like art of courting, and like I think it's a little bit of a lost art form, but I think that aspect goes along with it. Like a man pays for the first date, or if a man says let's go here, like he pays for it. Unless the woman, the girl is like, oh yeah, I'll pay. I'm happy to pay, or I'm happy to split, whatever the case is. But I don't think the expectation for a man should ever be that like the girl's gonna pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the rule for me and my girlfriend. My girlfriend has sometimes be like, "Hey, let's go here," and she pays.
Yeah.
Just because she wants.
I mean, sometimes like if I'm in love with you, like I'm not gonna make you pay all the times. Like I'm gonna be the one. I'm like, hey, let's go out. I got this dinner today. Like I got us.
Like an equal balance.
Yeah, equal balance. Yeah. But the first few times, no.
I think the men should do the courting, as what she said, but it is technically like a lost art form. Or these days, men do the courting, and then they end up turning to be a fuckboy.
I don't know. Why do you even do that? Why even try to like sell me your best?
Yeah, they show me like the best stuff.
The being the best experience, and then just to take it away from me.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, I literally I do realize it the moment that you're pulling away, because I've noticed a lot of guys love to love bomb you, and then I realize it the moment you start pulling away. That's when I just like peace out. Because if you're not gonna be consistent in the way you treat me, and then please get out of the way, because I don't
at some point I have to say the true colors start to show within 3 to 4 months or so, so you're gonna find out like pretty quickly if they really like you or not. Just you got to be careful now, because I'm getting courted and I'm having guys make me dinner and all these things that I think is more relationship status, and it's not to them. So that's another reason I'm wary about dating here, because that's happened to me a couple times. These guys are doing all the stops, love bombing to the extreme, only to try to get to sleep with me.
Literally,
so
that's what happens too. I've noticed that too.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that like a lot of men here, like they see me as like an exotic piece.
Yes.
Because I don't look like I don't look like the typical Scottsdale girls. So they look at me like, oh, she's so exotic, and they just want to add me to their bucket list. And I'm sick of it. I'm like, you're not gonna have me.
Facts.
You're not gonna add me to your bucket list, but you can add me to your problems. I'm about to be a problem to you. I love being a problem to men, especially if I know that you're about to be a problem. Why not?
Insta bio.
Because the moment that I realize that you're about to post on
New Insta bio.
Sorry to interrupt you.
a menace. I love being a menace to men.
Yeah.
No,
They've been a menace to us.
Oh, I'm only a menace to men, to the men who are the fuckboys.
That's what I'm saying.
If I feel like you're about to bring me a fuckboy experience, you best believe I'm about to bring you the menace of the world.
I mean, if you want to.
But if you're a good person, like if you have good intentions, like I'm not gonna give you like the menace. I'm just gonna give you the sweet Doreen.
Yeah, no, for real. It's just eventually the true colors start to reveal themselves. So I just the single woman here need to keep their legs closed.
Why would you do that?
What are you talking about?
Good thing it's not on the camera, thank God. I did not want
Let's
that
finish it up.
Oh yeah, okay. Alright, well.
Yeah,
you guys wanna add it?
I feel like you were gonna add something.
But I think
not.
I was.
Oh, you said you gotta leave at 7?
Oh yeah, there is a lot of guys that be paying like so much money or like first dates just to like get them to sleep with them.
Yeah,
which is
just like wow them.
Yeah,
just
which
to be
is
like, oh,
which is
come
like
bed
really
with me.
bad actually.
Yeah,
Really,
yeah.
really
They
bad.
like pull out all the stops in the beginning, so just to get the woman to fall. Then as soon as they see the woman falling, oh no, pull away, pull away. Oh no, she likes me too much. Let me get the fuck out. Or wait, I haven't slept with her yet. Keep courting. Oh, I slept with her. Pull away. Like it's. I hear it doesn't just happen with me. It happens with a lot of friends that I know and have here. And honestly, it does happen with a lot of women of color. I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely a big thing for us, because just adding on to that, I've had guys be like, wow, you're so exotic. Oh my God, you're like as if I'm some creature and some alien. So
Well, I am.
like they want
I
to
don't mind
be
being
with
an alien too.
something that seems so unattainable, and then as soon as they have it, like okay, bye. Bye, Felicia.
Do you need to scratch?
Yeah, no.
He's like this conversation.
Oh yeah, nah. Oh no. But yeah, no. Yeah, that's all I need to add, basically.
Yeah.
Just going to your point.
See, he sees that mentality too, like how these girls are just love bombed and bombarded, and then. Why did you?
Do you have a sister, right? You have a sister, right?
I do. Have a
How old is
sister.
she?
24.
So she's dating, right? Or is she?
No, she's not.
She's
See,
married.
No, she's not.
she's single too. She
How's
knows.
her dating life like?
Her, my sister?
Yeah. Did she talk to you about it?
I mean, she goes on dates,
Yeah.
but she hasn't found like a guy.
Because
Yeah.
it's hard, right? Did she tell you that it's hard?
Yeah.
I feel like it's so.
Well, she's got caught up in like, she was in like 2 like 4-month talking sessions with 2 guys, and they just like, I mean, they just ended up like being really bad. I mean, I mean, like they just like basically ghosted her.
Okay, tell her to egg the cars. So you feel a lot better.
They just
That's
they
you say
just
4
ghosted.
months because you were even saying like this like 3 to 4 month thing, and I remember like always joking around with my friends the 3-month rule, like don't take any dude seriously for 3 months, like, and it's kind of seeming like based on everyone's experiences that might be like we need to like do a statistical analysis on
Let's do some clinical studies. All right, man. When do you stop talking to the girl you're interested in? And then 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, have them check the box.
3 months knowing them or dating them?
No,
just like knowing them and courting.
I mean, talking seriously.
I think it's
like
within the
intent
3 to
to
4
talk.
month period where you know, oh, I can see myself with this person, or oh my god, no, abort mission, or oh my god, I slept with the person, time to leave. Like something around that time, the true colors I feel like start to show, because the facade you may have had in the beginning does start to wear off. You know, you can't keep that up forever, can you?
If you can, there's some serious issues.
For real.
Yeah.
Do you think it's okay to talk with other people when you're in a talking stage with someone else?
Oh, that's an interesting question.
See, this is my thing for me is just like, once I start like in a talking stage, I'm so loyal that I just like literally drop everyone else and just start talking to that one person. Because I don't want to talk to a bunch of people, because then I know myself, like I will call you the other person's name, like not doing it on purpose, but like by accident. I'll be like, oh my god, and I've done it before, like back in my 20s. I'm like, I'll literally call people with different names. I'm like, oh gosh, Lord. So yeah. So for me, I like to be loyal. I like to just like concentrate on one person, and sometimes I end up regretting it, because I'm like, why did you just waste like 6 months with you? Like,
My thing is, so who has the energy to talk to multiple people? Because to be honest, I don't have that energy anymore.
right?
A lot of
It's just,
people
I don't want to play people, and I'm not into this
Yeah.
phase of playing people. Like that's not my thing. Like
No.
once if I like you and you see that I'm showing interest, like that's as far as I'm not gonna go and multiply myself onto a different people. That's just too much for me. I don't want to spread. I already have kids. I don't want to like give my energy to so many people.
Yeah.
I just want one person, and sometimes they don't appreciate that, because once I get into a relationship, I am wifey material. I start doing the wifey stuff, like I'm cooking for you. I'm like literally the first time I sleep over your house, I already made your bed. Like I'm already doing all that stuff. So it's like, because I'm so used to that, and I've noticed that in my culture, that's what we do. I always want to take care of the man that I like, and as soon as I end up like, why did I even do this? It's like it was a waste of time. So it's just weird, and like I noticed that here in Scottsdale, it's just like my main struggle is the just being a black woman. It's just like a lot of people would say like, I can't be serious with you because my culture won't allow it. Because most of the times I like to date foreigners. That's my thing, because the foreigners understand me more than the white boys do. Because the white boys just see me as a trophy for them. They just see me as like, oh, it's an African goddess that I just want to put on my bucket list that I fucked. So for me, I don't like that. I'm like, I don't want to deal with that nonsense. So for me, it's just like, so I've always dealt with just that. So I'm just trying to, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore.
Yeah, I was around.
As soon as I see you laughing, I'm like, my concentrating thought just goes. Yeah.
But you just have to see what works for you at the end of the day. And if like I realize I can't do dating apps, I can't do all this stuff, trying to figure out what works for me. And if you know deep down it's not working out, if this relationship doesn't seem right, then yeah, I think I'm at this place now where I'm like, I am content with who I am as a person. And I love my solitude, and until I can bring someone else who I could love being alone with as well.
Who can add happiness to
add
you,
the happiness,
yeah.
then I'm good and content by myself. That's one thing that people need to decide, that like, just because you're a pretty girl and you're single, that doesn't mean something's wrong with you, or that means like, you know, like, and let's do us, we're allowed to be single. We don't have to be in relationships if we don't feel complete. And then, you know, there's other aspects too where they do find completeness. But I mean, that doesn't change who you are as a person. It just add on to that. So till you find somebody that's worth that, like, effort, then I guess, you know.
Just do you.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm happy being single right now, because I mean I do want a companionship, and I want that, And of course, it feels good to have somebody who's going to be there to support you and just be there to just handle life with you and just be there to add whatever wisdom, happiness, whatever to your life. So I want that, and I literally crave that. And I've been divorced since 2020, and I feel like the universe didn't want me to be in a relationship right away, because I feel like the universe wanted me to find myself first, because I'm still learning myself, because I got married at 25, which is a young age, because I look at it at 25 years, I'm like, wow. And when I look at them, I'm like, wow, you're so young. But then back then, I didn't see myself as a young person. I was like, 25. Oh, my parents got married like in 19, 20. This is nothing. So like to see myself like get to this stage, I'm like, okay, I needed to find myself. I need to find my happiness. So I don't necessarily need to go in a relationship. And even the mishaps of like not being in a relationship, or the relationship that I wanted to work out that didn't work out, they've taught me things about myself that I needed to work on myself. And so sometimes I look at it like that, it's like maybe I need to work on myself in order for me to find another person. Or I don't need to find somebody right away. But yeah, I'm happy where I am right now. And I hope the youth finds like happiness being with themselves. And I wish people would, whenever they break up with people, they would find like time to heal themselves before they jump into another relationship right away. That's why I feel like most of us like fell in a lot of relationships, or we end up in failed relationships, because people don't tend to give themselves time to heal after a breakup. It's like they break up and they go right away to another relationship. And it's just constantly like so.
To be honest, that was me in my early 20s. I was in a very serious relationship, and after that I went from one to the next to the next to the next. And I now realize I haven't recovered from any of those relationships. So right now I'm actually healing, and I'm working on my own issues, like issues I have with trusting others, issues just with myself. And so that's why I understand. It's actually a big reason I've been single for so long, because for a long period of my life I wasn't, but I didn't know who I was during that time. So now it's kind of given me the opportunity to explore and figure out who I am, and I like that freedom.
Do you see yourself being getting married in the future or
No.
No?
No, but I say that now, but it could change. But that has to do with my deep-rooted issues of when I was younger, whereas marriage and kids was what I felt like I had to do. But now I've realized that does not have to be. It doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to follow society's rule of what a woman should do or what a man should do. Like at the end of the day, you need to follow what works best for you. And again, that's different for each individual person.
Yeah.
You know. And again, also you have to understand, maybe I have a lot more trauma with my relationships, which is why it's tough for me. Or maybe like something happened for you, like you just don't know people's dating history, their traumas, their everything. So taking that all into account, is very important as well.
Do you guys have any advice before we close this session? Any advice for people who are dating or? Don't cheat. Communication.
I mean, yeah, number one rule. Communicate with your partner.
Yeah.
What you like, what you don't like.
Yeah.
Talk.
Set boundaries.
Just set boundaries, yeah. Do what you gotta do to keep your relationship up.
Yeah, that's good. What about you? Do any advice?
Yeah, beyond communication, I'd say like a good relationship is a lot of vulnerability and a lot of effort.
Yeah.
And if you're not willing to be vulnerable and you're not willing to put in effort, then it's going to be hard to have a really like fruitful relationship.
Yeah, always date the person. Always take them out on dates,
Yeah.
Because some people don't even be going on dates anymore. They just...
That's true. That's one thing I do want to give advice. Like, don't forget to like get back to how you guys began the relationship. Like, have fun. Because a lot of people get married and they forget to go back on dates because like the kids take over. But like have fun, get back to like being sexy because that's how you met, huh? What about you, Navi? Any advice?
Oh, for me?
Yeah. Any advice for the youth or the single people? It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be about people.
In terms of the single people, I just feel like it was one thing that she said and I did it. Please don't jump from relationship to relationship, because I don't think you really get to learn kind of what maybe could have happened or gone wrong in one, and then you don't have time to really heal. Because now I'm like healing from a lot of relationships, and it's also that's why it's so tough to be in another one, because it's just a lot of this past work that I haven't done yet. So just
Yeah, definitely learn to heal yourself after a breakup and learn to like get back to learning yourself again, because like when you're in a relationship you tend to kind of like develop like kind of become who the other person is a little bit. So like when you break up, it's like having to relearn to be yourself again, and then to learn to be your happy self, because right now you're sad, you're kind of like kind of miserable. So it's like finding your how you were before you met that person. So yeah, just do that, and then at the end of the day, you have to be happy before you can be in a relationship. So always be aware of that, and yeah, stay blessed and stay truthful and don't cheat. Be good to your partner. Otherwise, hire me because I'm coming for that. Otherwise, hire me as a hitman.
Hire you to hit the hitman?
As a hitman, because I'm coming for them. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, thank you for tapping.
Thank you for what?
Stop. Thank you for having this conversation with me. I appreciate you guys taking time to come over here and share your experiences and all that. If you need to find me as a model, Distinctive Doreen on Instagram, Destination Unknown with Doreen on Instagram, as well as on YouTube. Where can we find you, sir?
Hessed Martinez on all platforms.
I'm on Instagram as Not the Mermaid, and my personal is Brews and Bourbon.
Vibe with Navi on Instagram. Thank you so much.
Peace and love.